Nobody saw this coming. After the chaos at the Super Bowl, the internet was buzzing, rumors were flying, and fans couldn't stop speculating about what really happened between Cardi B and Stefon Diggs. And now, Cardi B has finally spoken. Not with a simple statement, not with a vague comment, but with a raw, emotional response that has left fans stunned. "I already moved on," she declared, shutting down the drama in one sentence, but the layers behind that statement are explosive. Sources say the fallout wasn't just a one-time misunderstanding. It's months of tension, private messages, missed signals, and emotions running hotter than anyone imagined. People thought this was just media hype, until Cardi B's words made it crystal clear that the situation had been personal, intense, and emotionally charged. And if you think that's all, think again. 50 Cent, who somehow always finds himself in the middle of every headline, is reportedly getting his final warning, a move that has fans debating if this is about loyalty, power, or pure drama. The Super Bowl incident wasn't just a headline, it was a collision of personalities, egos, and emotions that no one saw coming. Fans are now left wondering, did Stefon Diggs' apology even matter? Or is Cardi B's decision to move on a message nobody can ignore? One thing is certain, the fallout is just beginning, and the internet is already on fire. Everyone wants answers, but Cardi B isn't giving anything away, yet. Fans are now left wondering, did Stefon Diggs' apology even matter? Or is Cardi B's decision to move on a message nobody can ignore? One thing is certain, the fallout is just beginning, and the internet is already on fire. Everyone wants answers, but Cardi B isn't giving anything away, yet. The story begins with the Super Bowl night itself, a night that promised entertainment, surprises, and unforgettable moments. But behind the glitter and the flashing cameras, emotions were running high. Cardi B, known for her boldness and fearless personality, found herself in a situation that tested not just her patience, but her personal boundaries. Sources close to the situation suggest that tensions had been building for weeks prior, long before the media frenzy began. Stefon Diggs, a prominent figure in the sports world, had his own expectations of how interactions would unfold, and not all of them aligned with Cardi B's reality. What seemed like a harmless social encounter quickly escalated into misunderstandings, miscommunications, and ultimately, public speculation. Fans on social media immediately picked up on every detail, body language, captions, late-night posts, interpreting them as signs of drama. Cardi B, however, remained composed. Unlike many celebrities who might respond impulsively to online chatter, she chose her timing carefully. Her emotional response, the one that sparked headlines, didn't come in the heat of the moment. It came after reflection, after processing what had happened, and after deciding how she wanted to handle the situation publicly. According to insiders, the apology from Stefon Diggs was sincere but insufficient in Cardi B's eyes. She reportedly felt that words alone couldn't erase the tension, the embarrassment, or the emotional stress caused by the incident. It wasn't just about the apology, it was about accountability, understanding, and respect, all elements she demanded before moving forward. What makes this situation particularly intense is the intersection of different worlds: entertainment, sports, and social media. Each has its own pace, its own rules, and its own expectations. For Cardi B, navigating these spheres simultaneously was a challenge. She had to balance her public image, her personal feelings, and the reactions of millions of fans watching every move. Meanwhile, the involvement of 50 Cent adds another layer to the drama. Known for his influence and commentary across both music and pop culture, 50 Cent's reactions to the situation have kept fans on edge. Reports suggest that he received a final warning regarding his commentary, though the details are murky. The mere mention of his name in the story amplified the stakes, drawing even more attention to Cardi B's decision to speak out. Social media platforms became battlegrounds of opinion. Fans split into factions, some defending Cardi B, applauding her for moving on and maintaining her self-respect, others questioning whether the drama was blown out of proportion. Every tweet, post, and story fueled speculation. The internet, as always, demanded more details than were ever available publicly. Sources reveal that Cardi B's response was not spontaneous. She consulted her team, reflected on the potential outcomes, and considered the broader implications. Moving on, in her words, was not only a personal decision, but also a public statement. It sent a message about boundaries, self-worth, and the importance of not letting external pressures dictate her life. The emotional weight of this situation is not to be underestimated. Celebrities often face scrutiny for their every action, and when personal matters intersect with major public events like the Super Bowl, the intensity multiplies. Cardi B's words, "I already moved on," carry more than simple dismissal. They convey strength, resilience, and a refusal to let controversy define her narrative. Insiders also hint that the aftermath may influence future interactions between Cardi B and Stefon Diggs. While the apology may have been intended to mend fences, the response indicates that rebuilding trust will require more than words. Actions, respect, and acknowledgement are now the currency of this unfolding drama. Adding to the tension, fans noticed subtle cues in Cardi B's social media activity following the Super Bowl. Posts, stories, and captions were analyzed extensively, each detail dissected for hidden meaning. Observers speculated about her emotional state, her intentions, and her potential next moves. Cardi B's ability to maintain control over her narrative in this environment has been widely praised, demonstrating her skill in managing both fame and personal challenges. Meanwhile, 50 Cent's presence continues to complicate matters. As someone deeply embedded in both the entertainment and social spheres, his commentary, reactions, and potential involvement serve as a reminder of how interconnected these worlds have become. The final warning he allegedly received only adds to the intrigue, prompting fans to question what lines of involvement are acceptable when private drama spills into the public domain. The stakes are high not only for Cardi B personally, but also for her public image. Handling a high-profile situation with grace while asserting personal boundaries is no small feat. Fans and industry observers alike are closely watching her decisions, noting the balance between vulnerability and empowerment in her public statements. What's clear is that this drama is more than just a fleeting headline. It touches on themes of accountability, respect, and emotional intelligence in a world where social media amplifies every misstep. Cardi B's decision to move on, rather than escalate the conflict, demonstrates a strategic understanding of both her personal well-being and her public persona. As the story unfolds, questions remain. Will Stefon Diggs take further action to regain trust? How will this incident influence future public appearances and interactions between the two? And what role will 50 Cent continue to play in this unfolding drama? For now, Cardi B has set the tone. Her statement, her decision, and her composure send a clear message. Personal boundaries matter, and moving forward is sometimes the strongest response of all. Fans are left watching, waiting, and speculating, but one thing is certain: the Super Bowl incident will be remembered not just for the chaos, but for Cardi B's unwavering stance. The internet is still buzzing, debates are ongoing, and the ripple effects of her response are far from over. Every fan, every commentator, and every media outlet is now part of a larger conversation about celebrity accountability, emotional honesty, and the power of moving on. And one thing everyone can agree on: Cardi B has made it clear that she's in control of her story, and nobody, not even Stefon Diggs or 50 Cent, can dictate the terms of her narrative. And one thing everyone can agree on: Cardi B has made it clear that she's in control of her story, and nobody, not even Stefon Diggs or 50 Cent, can dictate the terms of her narrative. The drama didn't end with a single statement. In fact, that was just the beginning. After her initial reaction, fans and media outlets went into overdrive. Every post, every story, every subtle comment was scrutinized. People dissected her Instagram stories, Twitter replies, and TikTok appearances for any hint of emotion, any subtle confirmation of what was really going on behind the scenes. Insider sources confirm that Cardi B's team was fully aware of the digital storm, and they worked meticulously to manage her public image while allowing her authentic voice to be heard. Social media platforms became arenas of debate. Some fans cheered Cardi B's decision to move on, calling her emotionally intelligent and strong. Others questioned whether the Super Bowl incident was being blown out of proportion, asking if Stefon Diggs' apology could have been enough to resolve the tension. The comment sections quickly turned into battlegrounds, with debates escalating, memes spreading, and hashtags trending around both Cardi B and Stefon Diggs. Meanwhile, 50 Cent's involvement added yet another layer of intrigue. Known for his social media presence and sharp commentary, he had made remarks that stirred curiosity, rumors, and speculation about his role in the situation. According to insiders, he was warned, allegedly a final warning, not to escalate the drama publicly. While the exact details remain private, the warning only fueled the narrative, prompting more fans to speculate about alliances, loyalties, and hidden tensions behind the public statements. Sources close to Cardi B reveal that the decision to publicly address the issue was deliberate. She didn't just want to shut down speculation, she wanted to reclaim control. In her words, moving on was as much about personal peace as it was about making a statement to the public. Boundaries matter, and emotional manipulation will not be tolerated. This approach reflects her experience in navigating both celebrity culture and social media scrutiny, proving she knows when to engage and when to step back. What also makes this situation so compelling is the intersection of multiple worlds: the entertainment industry, professional sports, and the highly reactive digital media environment. Each has its own set of pressures, expectations, and audiences. Cardi B had to manage all three simultaneously while maintaining her authenticity, protecting her mental health, and ensuring that her fans understood her perspective. Insider reports indicate that before her statement, there were private communications between Cardi B and Stefon Diggs. While some exchanges were cordial, others reportedly highlighted miscommunications, misunderstandings, and emotional tension that couldn't be resolved with a simple apology. Fans only saw the public apology, but the private discussions painted a more complex picture, one where emotions, pride, and personal boundaries were all at stake. Meanwhile, the ripple effects extended beyond the immediate parties involved. Media outlets, influencers, and even fellow celebrities weighed in, offering opinions and stirring further discussion. Cardi B's handling of the situation became a template for how to navigate public conflict. Acknowledge what needs to be acknowledged, protect your personal integrity, and don't allow external pressures to dictate your narrative. Her approach resonated with many fans who have experienced similar situations in their own lives, moments where apologies are offered, but boundaries must still be respected. Cardi B's statement, "I already moved on," was more than a dismissal. It was an affirmation that emotional well-being and self-respect take precedence over public perception or pressure to forgive immediately. Stefon Diggs, for his part, attempted to clarify his intentions publicly. His apology, while well-intentioned, could not undo the buildup of tension leading up to the Super Bowl incident. Cardi B's reaction, insiders suggest, was not about holding a grudge, but about asserting her right to process the situation on her own terms. She demonstrated that moving forward sometimes requires decisiveness and emotional clarity, especially when millions of people are watching and commenting on every move. Adding to the drama, social media users began speculating about what future interactions between Cardi B and Stefon Diggs might look like. Will they appear together at future events? Will collaborations or public encounters be strained? Fans debated endlessly, creating scenarios, predictions, and theories that only amplified the viral nature of the situation. Every post from either party became news, every subtle interaction scrutinized for hidden meaning. In the midst of this, Cardi B's management and public relations team worked strategically. They ensured that her messages were authentic, her voice remained clear, and her boundaries were respected publicly. This careful orchestration prevented misinformation from spiraling out of control, while still allowing Cardi B to assert her independence and emotional clarity. Furthermore, insiders suggest that this incident may influence how celebrities, especially those straddling multiple industries, navigate similar public situations in the future. Cardi B's handling of the Super Bowl fallout demonstrates the importance of clear communication, strategic public engagement, and emotional self-preservation. It's a lesson not only for fans, but also for other artists facing high-stakes scrutiny in the public eye. As the story continues to unfold, one thing is clear: Cardi B's response has set a new standard. She has moved on, reclaimed her narrative, and demonstrated emotional intelligence that few can question. Fans and industry observers alike are watching closely, understanding that the impact of her statement will extend far beyond a single headline or social media post. And while Stefon Diggs' apology may remain a talking point, the conversation has shifted. It is no longer solely about the incident at the Super Bowl. It is now about boundaries, respect, and the power of owning your own narrative in a world obsessed with drama and spectacle. For now, Cardi B remains in control, and the public can only watch as the aftermath continues to play out. Her fans have rallied behind her, applauding her assertiveness, her clarity, and her ability to navigate one of the most publicized moments of the year with grace, strength, and composure. In the end, the Super Bowl chaos, the apology, and the social media frenzy have all become part of a larger narrative, a story about power, emotional intelligence, and the ways in which celebrities manage personal conflicts in a hyper-visible world. Cardi B's statement, her choice to move on, and the way she controlled the message are lessons in navigating fame, scrutiny, and emotional complexity. In the end, the Super Bowl chaos, the apology, and the social media frenzy have all become part of a larger narrative, a story about power, emotional intelligence, and the ways in which celebrities manage personal conflicts in a hyper-visible world. Cardi B's statement, her choice to move on, and the way she controlled the message are lessons in navigating fame, scrutiny, and emotional complexity. But the story doesn't stop there. While Cardi B's calm, measured response has dominated headlines, the ripple effects continue to unfold behind the scenes. Industry insiders reveal that there were multiple private conversations following the public statements, not just between Cardi B and Stefon Diggs, but also involving close friends, managers, and even media advisors. Every message, every phone call, and every meeting contributed to the tension and ultimately to Cardi B's decision to publicly declare that she had moved on. The involvement of 50 Cent added yet another layer of intensity. Known for his blunt opinions and social media commentary, 50 Cent had reportedly weighed in on the situation multiple times, sending fans and journalists into a frenzy. Sources indicate that he was advised to step back and exercise caution, reportedly receiving a final warning because any further public commentary risked escalating the situation even more. This intersection of celebrity influence, media attention, and fan speculation turned what could have been a private matter into a full-blown viral event. Social media remained a battleground. Fans dissected every interaction, every post, and every subtle shift in tone from both Cardi B and Stefon Diggs. Analysts and influencers created video breakdowns, meme compilations, and reaction threads, all of which fueled the online firestorm. The conversation spanned Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, making it nearly impossible for either party to escape scrutiny. Even minor gestures alike, a comment or a story post, were analyzed as potential signals, leaving fans speculating endlessly. Despite the intense scrutiny, Cardi B maintained control. Her public message, "I already moved on," was short, clear, and firm. It conveyed that while she acknowledged the events and the apology, she would not let the situation consume her or define her. Sources close to her reveal that this approach was carefully planned. She wanted to avoid unnecessary escalation, maintain her dignity, and protect her mental health while still sending a definitive message. Stefon Diggs' response, on the other hand, reflected genuine regret and a desire to make amends. Yet insiders suggest that no amount of words could undo the buildup of tension and emotional weight that had accumulated over weeks of miscommunication and heightened expectations. While some fans called for reconciliation, Cardi B's decision to move on underscored a broader principle: personal boundaries and self-respect are more important than public perception or the pressure to forgive immediately. Adding to the drama, behind-the-scenes accounts suggest that there were attempts to mediate the situation through mutual friends and professional advisors. These conversations were described as tense but necessary, as both parties navigated the complex mix of public attention and private emotion. Even when agreements or understandings were reached, the public narrative remained out of alignment with the private reality, highlighting the challenges of maintaining authenticity in a celebrity-driven, media-saturated environment. What makes this saga even more compelling is the way it highlights the intersections of multiple worlds: entertainment, sports, and social media. Each of these spheres operates under different rules, expectations, and pressures. Cardi B, a major figure in entertainment, had to balance her public persona with her private emotions, all while navigating a sports star's world and a hyper-engaged digital audience. The complexity of these intersecting worlds amplifies the stakes, making her measured response all the more impressive. Meanwhile, the fans continue to play a role in shaping the narrative. Social media has made them active participants, analyzing, interpreting, and reacting to every detail. Hashtags trended, fan accounts created video breakdowns, and opinion threads dominated forums. The sheer volume of attention underscored how powerful and pervasive celebrity influence has become in the digital age and how carefully stars must manage their messages. Cardi B's approach also set a precedent for handling public conflict. Her combination of emotional honesty, assertiveness, and strategic restraint provided a blueprint for how to maintain personal integrity while navigating high-profile drama. By moving on publicly, she demonstrated that celebrities don't have to engage in endless back and forth or allow external pressures to dictate their emotional responses. Her stance resonated not only with fans, but also with other artists observing how to manage similar situations in a media-driven world. Sources close to the situation emphasize that the lessons extend beyond the immediate parties involved. This incident highlights the importance of communication, respect, and timing in handling sensitive matters. Apologies alone may not suffice if they aren't coupled with accountability, understanding, and consideration of the emotional impact on others. Cardi B's decision illustrates that moving forward sometimes requires decisiveness, clarity, and an unflinching commitment to self-respect. The drama also underscores the evolving nature of celebrity culture. In previous decades, personal conflicts could remain largely private. Today, the combination of social media, instant news cycles, and fan scrutiny ensures that even minor incidents can become global talking points. Cardi B navigated this landscape with skill, using her platform to assert boundaries, clarify her stance, and control the narrative, all while maintaining her authenticity. Meanwhile, speculation about Stefon Diggs' next moves continues. Fans debate whether he will make further attempts to reconcile, engage in public statements, or simply respect Cardi B's decision and move forward. Every new post, tweet, or story is analyzed for clues, creating a perpetual cycle of attention and discussion. And through it all, Cardi B remains steady, demonstrating a rare combination of emotional intelligence and media savvy. In the end, the Super Bowl incident, the apology, and the social media storm are more than just viral headlines. They're a lesson in power dynamics, emotional resilience, and the complexities of navigating fame in the digital age. Cardi B's choice to move on, her ability to maintain control, and her clarity in communicating boundaries set her apart as not just an entertainer, but a master of personal narrative. For fans, the saga offers both entertainment and insight. It's a reminder that even public figures face deeply human challenges, misunderstandings, miscommunications, and the need to assert personal boundaries. It also shows that while apologies are meaningful, the real measure of respect is consistent action, acknowledgement, and understanding. And as the digital conversation continues, one thing is clear: Cardi B has emerged not only unscathed, but empowered. Her decision to publicly move on signals strength, independence, and the ability to control her story, lessons that resonate far beyond the Super Bowl stage or celebrity culture. The aftermath will continue to be analyzed, debated, and discussed, but Cardi B's stance remains firm. She has defined the narrative on her own terms, leaving fans and commentators alike to catch up with the reality she has set forth. Personal boundaries matter. Emotional honesty is non-negotiable. And sometimes moving on is the most powerful statement of all.